Hey everyone, Pastor Ken here in week 2 of our captivity. Many in our world are struggling with anxiety and fear that comes from uncertainty. And for some of us, the struggle has become restlessness or a sense of helplessness. And I am reminded that we're not the first to experience this kind of thing. Noah and his family were isolated in the ark for a year. The children of Israel were in captivity for 400 years, and then they wandered in the desert for another 40 years. Elijah hid in the wilderness for years. The Israelites went into exile in Babylon for 70 years. And even Jesus was isolated for 40 days in the wilderness. And you know what every one of these situations has in common? God was with them. The time of isolation ended, and God had something good for his people on the other side. For Noah, the water subsided and the earth was repopulated. The children of Israel who trusted God made it out of the desert and into the promised land. Elijah went on to claim a huge spiritual victory and actually never died physically, but rode off into heaven in a flaming chariot. It's crazy. It's in 2 Kings chapter 2. You have time, you should check it out. The Israelites, they returned from exile and rebuilt the temple and the walls of Jerusalem. And after his 40 days in the wilderness, Jesus begins his ministry that ultimately leads to our salvation. Folks, even though the end may not be in sight, our Heavenly Father has good things in store for us on the other side of this situation. In the meantime, we'll continue to worship God. In the meantime, let's love our neighbors and find new creative ways to serve each other. And in the meantime, let's capture these moments to draw near to God. So remember to join us at our live stream Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. and make sure that you prepare for communion by getting some form of bread and juice together. This really brings us together, and we've had lots of comments about how great that was. We've heard story after story about how people who would have never attended church service are tuning into the live feed, and lives are being changed. So invite your extended family, your friends, your neighbors to check out the live stream on Sunday. It's incredible that both Washington and Sacramento have said that now during this time, our church services, our online services are essential services and truly important in times like these. And we're doing our best to honor the guidelines of the authorities. And we have a limited group of people here at church while we're making the live stream happen. And we're practicing appropriate distancing for those who are here. And we will continue to monitor things, and we can't wait until we're allowed to get together again. That will be a party of biblical proportions. So I want to thank you all for being faithful in your giving. If you haven't already, you might check out the live online giving features on our website. And I've been chatting with our mission partners around the world who depend on our support, and they send their thanks as well. This Sunday was supposed to be our serve day, and we will reschedule this to a later time, but let's also make sure we figure out ways to serve our neighbors and our community now. Like many of you, Brenda and I have been shopping for some of our neighbors who are at high risk. We've been FaceTiming and praying with people and loving our Zoom life group prayer meetings, and we're praying for you. As Easter approaches, I'm excited about some creative and interactive ideas our staff is developing to make Easter a great celebration no matter what's going on around us, because you know what? The resurrection is for real, and people need its hope more now than ever. If you need prayer or in need of anything, please contact the church office, and we'll make our best time to contact you and with some appropriate help. And listen to the words of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16 through 18 in the Message translation. It says this: "So we are not giving up. How could we? Even though on the outside it often looks like things are falling apart on us, on the inside, where God is making new life, not a day goes by without his unfolding grace. These hard times are small potatoes compared to the coming good times and the lavish celebration prepared for us. There's far more here than meets the eye. The things that we see now, here today, are gone tomorrow, but the things that we cannot see, they will last forever." Folks, our God is great, and He's greater than any virus. Our God is stronger than any financial uncertainty. Our God is for us, our God is with us, and our God will get us through this. And He has great things in store for us. I love you all.